Hi, and welcome to episode 20. I'm Vadd, and we are journeying through AG Reborn. We are working our way up the evolutionary path for these T-Rexes. We have our Corrupt, our VR, and our Flame Rex, but this is not even their final form. We actually can go a little further. Most all of these ingredients you know how to get. Now, the ones that are a little tricky are those Alpha Rex trophies, which you're going to be able to get from fighting Alpha Rexes. I know it's a little tricky to figure that one out. The T-Rex arms you get from fighting T-Rexes. I hate to throw any curveballs at you. I hope it's sinking in that these are pretty straightforward, but how about that Alpha T-Rex tooth? What are our options there? Well, looks like it's time we jump on our teleporter and make our way back to, you guessed it, the Red Obelisk Lava Island of Death. There are actually 3 of the prime Alpha Tyrannosaurus Rexes all grouped together on this island, and we need to take down these prime Alpha T-Rexes in order to get that T-Rex tooth that was on the list, as well as that Rex essence that was also on the list. If you're watching just this episode, you're missing out on a lot of important information here. We learned about evolution matrices, I think 2 or 3 episodes back now, so it's really best to watch these as a set. They're not quite standalone episodes. All that being said, we have a little bit of a problem here. This prime Alpha T-Rex is an absolute beast of a fight. It hits us really hard, and we're still on our Flame Rex. This is arguably a tier just a little bit below this prime Alpha Rex. Now, things we've done to prepare for this fight. This is the best tame we have. We don't have a better tame than this, and we can't get a better saddle than this, but we still need to chomp our way through 18,500,000 health. And on top of that, we also are going to get involved with not fighting just one prime Alpha T-Rex, but now we're fighting 2 prime Alpha T-Rexes. Can we get the third one here? Oh, maybe we can, and that would be optimal. Listen, it's tough to appreciate just how strong your Flame Rex is until you start a fight you're not sure you can win, and then a second thing a secondary opponent joins the fight, and then you're still able to kind of chomp your way through. Remember, we have those instant health elixirs. You really need to get yourself set up at your home base like we did kind of in the first 10 episodes or so to make sure that we were prepared for these fights. They do have a 20-second cooldown, but even here fighting 3 prime Alpha T-Rexes, we're still in a position where we could run if we had to with our teleporter, but we also can probably win this fight. You can see in the middle those 3 health bars and lots of damage numbers, but something we're not thinking about right now is that they could also just be dropping eggs for us, right? Yes, these are the opponents we need to be fighting to get the ingredients to further upgrade our Rexes, but completely ignoring that for just a second, this is a prime Alpha female Tyrannosaurus Rex, just like the big 4, the Spino, the Indom, the Giga, and the T-Rex. Any of the big 4, if you get a female version and you can get it down to that kind of bottom 1% of health, maybe bottom 5% of health, just that bottom percentage of their total health points, there's a chance that they will lay an egg for us. So you're going to see, again, we're going to take advantage of, seems like our Flame Rex has kind of an AOE, an area of effect, just a flame passive burn it does to any opponents in our vicinity. We're going to go ahead and see if we can't get ourselves an egg just like this. I don't know that the egg we would get from, fighting the prime Alpha female is going to be nearly as strong. Corrupt Giga wants to get some action too, huh? I don't think it's going to be nearly as strong as the Rexes we've been breeding up and raising up and putting levels in, but it's another prime Alpha T-Rex, and that is actually what our next kind of evolution is for our Flame Rexes. We need to get it into that prime Alpha version. Don't forget that chomping on the corrupt creatures is going to give you corrupt hearts and corrupt parts. If you see something that needs corruption, go and kill a corrupt creature. It's just that simple. A lot of these ingredients are pretty straightforward, that it seems like a lot of them are named. Okay, we're down to under 1 million health on this female. Under 200,000. We're not attacking right now. We're just trying to let the chip damage. Go ahead and take it down. It seems like we do around 2,000 damage every time that our opponent here is in our vicinity. If we can get an egg to fall out here, it would be a big win. You know, there's no guarantees that we will be able to get all the ingredients, not so much because of the RNG involved, but I've been waiting a while for these prime alpha T-Rexes to spawn in so I can try and get my hands on their teeth and then their essence. Sounds kind of gruesome. There's the egg. Did you see it? I think it just dropped. I saw a crouch animation. I'm pretty sure there's an egg around here. Oh, yes. That's going to come in handy. Listen, you don't know that what you need is going to be spawned in when you need it. You know, there really are a lot of ingredients from a couple of different creatures that you're going to need to fight more than one of in order to get your flame Rex or whatever, you know, the big four you in for. Remember, they are fairly interchangeable. You know, the Indom, the Giga, the Spino, the T-Rex, they should all have their evolutions. You're going to really need to plan on spending a lot of time in this mod raising eggs. You know, if there's one thing I could recommend to anyone that's running this in single player on a server, turn up their egg hatching rates. There's a lot of time spent in this progression trying to get the egg that you need or the ingredients that you need to get a new tame. Check these out. Our first very own Alpha Rexes. These are stronger than our Flame Rexes. I don't think we could have fought those prime Alpha T-Rexes we were just fighting. I don't think we could have even taken on one of them before we got our Flame Rex. We really needed to get a stronger tame to get involved with fighting them in order to get those drops. Of course, we went ahead and got a second one. They are not a breeding pair, but that would be optimal. We're really going to try and go ahead and work on getting a breeding pair, more so off camera than on this episode. It's just important for you to know, I think, that you can breed these and you can fight to get them, but let's say that only male versions of this tame are out there in the wild, well, then you need to try and evolve them. So here we have our Corrupt, our VR, and our Flame Rex. I do think that the Corrupt and VR Rexes are a little stronger in their Flame version than just the Rex we took into the Flame Rex. I do think that, but look at this ingredient stack. You really have to go kill 10 Alpha Rexes to get those trophies. You know, you have to get 50 T-Rex arms, the matrices, which mean you need that AG Reborn tech generator. You need the Prime Evolution tributes, the T-Rex essence, the Alpha Tyrannosaurus tooth, which is only from the Prime Alpha. So it's quite a large, long, thick ingredient list. You really end up kind of running all over to try and get these, and it's not a bad journey, but what you're seeing completed in just a couple of minutes here, you should really plan on this, you know, kind of taking a week, taking a few hours. I mean, this is an adventure. You need to go out and find the various things, and if you don't have a creature finder mod, you might have a real hard time getting the different Rexes to spawn in that you need. Don't forget the Alphas have their own saddle. This does have substantially better armor than just a Rex saddle, so you want to make sure that you go ahead and if you're on your Prime Alpha Rexes here, your Alpha Rexes, that you go ahead and put the best saddle you can get on them. And of course, we're going to take the Corrupt Rex and the VR Rex, and we thankfully got a breeding pair from them. Those are, as best as I can tell, our absolute best Rexes, and we're going to breed these. I know we picked up one in the wild, but I really want to take advantage of our homegrown team, and we're going to take out this bred Rex. Once this baby's finished, you know, being produced, being made, we're going to go hatch it, and we're going to take it out, and we're going to fight something. I really hope that you're enjoying this episode and this series so far. Check this out. We have in our possession right here one fertilized Alpha Tyrannosaurus Rex egg. This is that pair from the VR and the Corrupt Rex, and I don't think we have a better tame. Sure, we have these drakes. They're really good. They've got a lot of good options. We have those fun unicorns. We've got that champion Quetzal. There's lots of cool tames. Yeah, I've been doing this a little while. What can I say? You know, but these are where we're at here. We started with kind of our big four. We went with the Rex. We took it in that Flame Rex, and from the Flame Rex, we've gone ahead and moved our way into this Prime Alpha Rex. That's been our progression through the mod. It's got a couple of cool moves. Check this out. This big bite seems to have kind of an electric fiery explosion around it. Pretty sure that's going to do some good damage. And then we have a breath attack, and this breath attack seems to be a little bit random. We have a fire breath, and now it's a poison breath, and now it's a lightning breath. Not a complaint, just kind of spooky. It's not every time that it goes in that cycle. And here you can see we got a blue fire breath. I think that's going to be some kind of snow attack, but This Prime Alpha Rex here, our Alpha Rex, has an entire, 4 different breath attack weapons all on the C key, and we have this. I have no idea what this is. It's cool. It does a thing. Hopefully it does a thing that helps us and doesn't hurt us. The AG Reborn mod on the workshop page, it has some recommended maps to play on. I definitely recommend following the mod's recommendations. Hope that wasn't too tricky to follow, but one thing that the mod has that I think is really important to know about is if you get your AG Reborn Tech Replicator, has all the summons for all the bosses from all the other maps. And it doesn't just have all the summons, they're at a discounted price from what it would cost you to just go out and vanilla summon them like you would in unmodded ARK. So you definitely want to take advantage of this, not only because maybe you need some tech engrams unlocked for whatever reason, or you're gonna need some of these trophies, maybe. Hint, hint. Bottom line though, this is pretty awesome. This is something that's in the mod that it's not immediately obvious, because until you put down a tech replicator, you don't know about it. So it's kind of hidden, it's not really, but hey, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take on the easiest giant spider we can. I think that's just going to be, I'm too scared. I don't want to lose my Rex. If I lose my Rex right now, it's going to be sad, but it's fighting time. It's clobbering time. It's time to take out our new tame. It's bred up. It's got the best saddle we can put on it. And I really do enjoy the Sky Captain base. It's been a nice change of pace from the cave we lived in on the last series on this channel, but it's kind of not, the map, we're just kind of in the middle of nowhere, being way up here in the sky. We're going to take this fight down, and I've been calling this just the Horseshoe Bay, kind of in this little pincher zone. I'm not really sure if this place has a specific name, but it's the island that has the obelisk on it. I really hope that you enjoy this little blunder. I get my summoner and I drop it. I thought that was going to do a thing. All it did was throw it on the ground. Look how gross these spiders are when we actually go ahead and use our summoner. Yeah, those things just kind of like leaked out. It was just disgusting. I don't know why it was so gross, but it was definitely kind of ooey as far as I'm concerned. Here are the facts. If our Alpha Rex can't defeat this broodmother, this Gamma broodmother, we quit. This is the last episode. I'm not even kidding. I'm going to be so embarrassed. 1.2 million health. Here we go. Moment of truth. How much damage do you think we do? Right now, comment. What's your best bet on our damage numbers? Because I got to tell you, I wasn't expecting the number to be in the 1,900,000 range. That's right, we're doing almost 2 million damage. The good news is we also got that XP buff. I don't know if you saw that. The better news is we got that Gamma Brood Mother trophy. Please, if you learned something or enjoyed this video, share it with a friend. If you are new here, subscribe now. If you have joined and enjoyed before, welcome back. If you would like to see more quality content, please consider joining me in supporting the channel through Patreon and utilizing the affiliated links. Thanks.